they're bringing a fire with their new album, like figuratively and literally. So it's been forever since I reacted to Occultist. I first reacted to their song, Sign of the Reaper, way back when I first started doing reactions. And that was also my very first introduction to the band. So today, years later, I'll be listening for the first time ever to a brand new song called Meet Me in Hell, along with the official music video, off their upcoming new album, Omen, which drops on April 7th. And I am very, very excited because I really have come to like this band. I was listening to their older songs all last night, getting myself psyched and prepared for the new music. And I can't wait to see what they bring to the table this time. But before I jump in, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Linktree link will be down below in the description. And check out my Patreon, also linked in the description, for special VIP perks. Alright, this band's music videos, by the way, are usually very awesome as well. So I also want to see what aesthetics it's going to have, what the video is going to be about. So I'm going to be commenting on the music and the video as well. But I can't wait to hear this. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. Let's go. Already I like the guitar. This is sexy, bro. Okay, I gotta say, hate to even interrupt it, but the guitar has always been a great part of Occultist. Like, every song that I hear with them does something with the guitar that's just awesome. There's some hook in there that really grabs me. That's already the case 40 seconds into on this one. On this one in particular, there's a certain twang to the guitar that I really like. And it doesn't lose any of its heaviness in doing that. It adds a little bit of a flair while still feeling really savage and dark. And the video is interesting so far. I like the switching back and forth between the red video featuring the band up close and the black and white video that seems to be telling some kind of story. So we'll see where that goes. And of course, Beatrice's vocals are on point as always. She has a particular style and tone to her harshes that sound really animalistic, really bestial. Very cool. I'm so into this already. Let's continue. So nasty, punishing. Okay, I gotta say, this has a very methodical feeling to its pace, almost as if it's building up to something. And I really like the way this video is shot, too. I'm seeing some fire in there now. And in whatever story's being told, the woman's tying up a body. So, interesting to see where that goes. Yeah, musically, they describe themselves as blackened death metal. And I would say that her vocals are the black metal element, and when it comes to the actual instrumentation, especially the guitar work, that's where the death metal factor comes in, at least for me. So good so far. Let's continue. Yeah, throw some classics in there. This is fantastic. This is the price you have to pay. Be careful what you wish for. The unneeded to the core. The fallen unexpectedly melodic. I like it. Oh, the guitar solo? Hell yes. This might be their best song, seriously. Oh, this is sick as hell. Okay, now this feels like pure death metal, like typical like satanic death metal. And when I say typical, I mean that as a compliment. Like in the vein of like some of the greats, like Belphegor, for example. Like these guys are really, really doing an incredible job so far. And shout out to the guitarist. That solo was awesome. Everything the guitar is doing in the song is freaking great. It's like amazing. This is, I'm at a loss for words, I think. You know, I always thought that Sign of the Reaper and Reinventing Evil were my two favorite songs by Occultist, and two of their best songs, and I still believe that. But I think this might knock them both off the top of the food chain for me. This might be my number one now, because so far I think this is the best song they've done. They're bringing a fire with their new album, like figuratively and literally. Like this is like insanely good. I'm so excited for this new record. This might become a band that I really, really come to consider one of my favorites. Like, those are big words, but I really mean that. I really am impressed by what I'm hearing here. Let's finish it up. Oh, that imagery is so sick. Yes. Ah. Wow. The lead singer Beatrice also filmed this and directed this. That's awesome. Shout out to her, like, for her creativity and her how skilled she is. This was a cool video, and it just got more awesome as it went on. Like, Occultist have always had great set pieces and aesthetics. Like, Sign of the Reaper was such an awesome video. Like, straightforward. It was just a video of her singing, but, like, just her makeup and her, the crown of thorns bleeding down her face. The white eyes. It was also awesome to watch. It was just insanely good. And this one, it kind of breaks their previous record on that song, because this one was really... it really grabbed you and just had you fixated on the imagery, even as you were appreciating the music. Like the fire, the effects, the horned crown that she was wearing toward the end. This took me to hell in the best possible way. Like, this was excellent. I'm so excited for this new record. I really am. What do I compliment first? Her vocals were really good, but I feel that they were even better than their last material. I feel that she's getting even more proficient as a vocalist. Like, her voice sounded more powerful on this one. There was more of a, how do I put it? More of a snarl, more of a bestial quality than she even had before. And that's not to say that she didn't do a damn good job on previous songs. I have always liked her style of Parshas, but I feel like she's just improved on this particular track. So really, shout out to her for her vocals, for her creativity, for her great job at directing this video. I did not know that she had so much creative control when it came to this band, but clearly she's the right person for it, because I think there's some genius going on there. Also, the guitar was awesome. It really was. So Leander Sandmeyer and Joao Corsero, both of the guitarists, you guys did an excellent job. And the drumming was excellent as well. The drum parts it was a mixture of blast beats and other kind of textured beats that really did a good job of making the song sound very varied. Like, it didn't sound like, I don't know how to put it, some death metal songs in particular. This genre has always kind of had this issue with some songs and some bands, where the drumming kind of just sounds the same from beginning to end throughout one song. This song didn't have that problem. There was a variety to the drumming and nuance to the drumming that made it very appealing and made it stand out, at least to me. And the guitar, that solo was really good. Again, this kind of makes me think of like some of the blackened death metal greats. Like, I keep coming back to Belphegor. Titan Blood is another one. Although their sound is different, but the stylistic choices that they made here and some of the structural choices remind me of bands like that. Bands like Goatwhore, especially when it comes to how the guitar sounds. So these guys are really onto something awesome, and I think they're seriously getting better and improving over their previous material. And that's really good. It makes me think that they're on a really good and really promising trajectory as a band. And I just cannot wait to hear more music. There are 9 tracks on this album, and 10 on the LP version. There's like a bonus track. So there's plenty to dive into, and this probably will not be the last time that I react to these guys on this channel, because I definitely want to hear more, and preferably, I'd like to hear it with you guys. So, I thoroughly enjoyed the music in every way. Not one single thing to criticize, except it would have been cool if that riff went on a little bit longer toward the end. Like, I thought it was going to get into like a little bit of a headbanging moment there, and then it just kind of abruptly cut off. But still, it was a solid piece. So well done. And again, superior to their previous material, which was already damn good. So the rate at which these guys are improving and becoming even more varied and even more powerful in their music, I think is great. And I hope that these guys become more well-known and more popular, because they absolutely deserve it. That's my opinion on the music. Now let's get to the lyrics. Hear my voice as I sing Satan's wicked spell. This body you see serves a greater evil. Fear what you hear, fear what you see, for now your soul belongs to me. No time to cry, no time to pray. Once you're mine, there is no escape. Kneel before your majesty, the face of Satan's royalty. Stare at the mark of the devil. From now on, I own your free will. See you in hell. Fall down the well. You will meet me in hell. Okay. So that makes me... that tells me what the video was trying to say with the story, with the girl throwing the body down the well. So I'm not sure if that was supposed to be herself that she was throwing into hell, or if it was another person entirely. But the lyrics kind of clear it up a little bit. Look in the mirror, what do you see? Is it you or is it me? Don't let your eyes fool you, boy. What you created, I will destroy. Born from the one evil source, the left-hand path taking its course. If you hear me sing Satan's spell, open your eyes, you're already in hell. You will feel the flames burn you alive, no one around to hear your desperate cries, your mortal soul in exchange for your crimes, sent from hell to collect your due price. Save what you want to say, there's no one here to hear you pray. Come and let me show the way, this is the price you have to pay. Be careful what you wish for, I'm the answer to your call, a fallen angel put on earth to do Satan's evil work. You will burn into hell's unholy soil as the fire engulfs your body whole. Your skin will melt and your blood will fucking boil. A bloody feast among the dead will explode. I'll make you want to stab your fucking eyes as you convulse among the corpses where you'll lie. In your obsolete carnage I will reign as you live in your everlasting pain. Watch the ruler of the underworld rise once more to claim your control. We are one, and as one we meet. Bound with Satan, I am complete. Bonded with Satan, I am complete. This body of mine belongs to no one, for I am the one and only evil. The only evil. So when it comes to lyrics, I will say that I've noticed that occultists seem to be pretty straightforward in delivering a generally satanic message. And while I might sometimes criticize lyrics like that for a lack of deeper exploration, the way they do it reminds me of old school black metal lyrics, right? And, I mean, they literally did a cover of Satan My Master by Bathory. So you can tell that their respect and their dedication to the first and second waves of black metal is absolutely there. And so this is basically just talking about someone who becomes the victim of a fallen angel. Interestingly, it seems to describe a different figure than actual Satan. It says, a fallen angel put on earth to do Satan's evil work. So it's a separate demonic figure. And this is really the more traditional devil worship form of Satanism. Again, something that you saw a lot of with the traditional black metal bands. But there is one moment in the lyrics where it diverges from what you might expect. And that's where it says, "Watch the ruler of the underworld rise once more to claim her control." It describes Satan as being a she, and I have to say, I have never seen that done before in song lyrics. And the idea of a literal devil figure as a woman, that is a cool concept. Like, I mentioned a long time ago in a conversation with someone how I always thought that it would be really cool if there was like a show or a film that had a female Antichrist figure. Also something that I've never seen done before. And since Satan is the opposite of God, having a feminine devil works especially well. So that is an interesting twist, and it's kind of snuck in there, right? Like, if you're not paying close attention to the lyrics, you might miss it. And so here's why I'm not really being super critical of this song for having such stereotypical satanic lyrics. When it comes to some bands, especially deathcore bands that deal with demons and hell and similar concepts, it usually either feels like a chapter out of an RPG, or it feels completely phoned in, like the band just jotted down some quick and thoughtless writing. When it comes to this band, yes, as someone who likes deeper and more profound lyrical writing, I would have loved if they did something different here. But at the same time, I don't believe that this was in any way phoned in or done without care. I just think that they were very purposely paying homage to how traditional black metal songs were written. And if you read any lyrics from Bathory or Mayhem or Darkthrone, songs like Enter the Eternal Fire or Cursed in Eternity, you get very much that same style of writing and the same delivery of concepts. And that's the approach that I feel that this band takes on all their songs. Like, I think there's an allegiance and devotion and dedication to those first and second waves. Even if Occultist is more of a blackened death metal band, in their imagery and aesthetics, I still say that they are very black metal. And the lyrics reflect that. If anything, putting a female twist on the idea of Satan probably would have been extremely controversial in the original Norwegian and Swedish scenes. And I think it's cool that we've gotten to the point where it's a more accepted thing, because it was an interesting twist, despite the otherwise formulaic writing. And just having a band in this particular genre with an extremely talented woman as the lead vocalist, that in and of itself is really cool to see. In my opinion, there aren't nearly enough bands in black or death metal that have female talent. And you got to respect that. And the only other slight twist that I see here is that it talks about a demonic spirit and this person basically becoming one with each other, like some kind of bond. It says, "We are one, and as we meet, bonded with Satan, I am complete." So that's a little bit different than what you typically hear, I would say. So it's not bad. It's definitely more about the music for me with this song than the writing, but yeah, that's my reason for not being too critical of the lyrics. I just see it as another entry in a long and storied catalog of satanic black metal lyrics. It's really something that just harkens back to those older bands and kind of carries the torch, especially since bands like Mayhem and Darkthrone have changed and evolved so much since those early days, as they should. But there's something appealing about still seeing really orthodox bands, like Occultist, taking that old school approach and carrying it forward. I think you got to respect that. And also the band wrote something here about their album that I just want to read off. Because the fact that they took the time to write this, if it ties in any way with the song, that'll be cool. So they say, "Omen is the result of loss and sacrifice, the culmination of pain and absolute detachment from life, but also the journey of an obsolete sense of desperateness, from walking out of the void, weighing us down, that is depression, into the high state of spiritual healing, as well as the mental and physical harnessing of the power we have within ourselves." I love that. I agree with that. "And the strength it takes to let go of all that is harming us. It's the power of no longer letting anything get to us. And it's the power of fighting for where we want to be at, without looking back. It's an ascension to our greatest spiritual form, which we always and endlessly will be fighting for." I like that as well. This is why I write my lyrics in the first person, because I want the person on the other side who is listening to this and singing the lyrics to feel like this is something that they can say or use for themselves. Even though these songs are for every single person out there, regardless of their gender. As a woman, I think of other girls and women listening to these songs, and I hope it makes them feel as powerful as I do. That's very cool. Very fucking cool. I hope it makes the listener feel the out-of-this-world magic that these songs hold. I hope it makes them fear and respect the intensity they have, and how they can be the catalyst to all of you listening to them. These songs speak of ways of rising to our highest greatness through pain, and through all the obstacles the universe may throw our way. Dark times exist so we can harness the power through them and rise above anything or anyone that has tried to put us down. Hell yes. Well said. This album is for you, you who have survived through the worst of your days, you who didn't know what to do when things got tough, you who felt hopeless, blind, beaten up, not knowing where you have to be in life. You are not alone. Take this album and use its strength to show you how endless your inner power is. It's all in your hands. Beatrice Mariano. Very, very well said. I'm glad I read that off. Glad I checked that out. I totally agree with that sentiment. That's like exactly the philosophy I have. The greatness that lies within yourself and your own self-apotheosis. That's fucking awesome. Shout out to this band. I really like these guys. I really want to hear more by them. I got to get some merch from them, by the way. Like a shirt, maybe a hat if they have one. Because this is a band that I want to support. And I can't wait to hear the new album. And if you guys are as excited as me, I'm going to leave some relevant links in a pinned comment down below. So you can check out this band. Show them your support. Tell them Blake X sent you. As I always say, it's very important to support the up-and-coming bands that you love. These guys really nailed it. They killed it. The video was awesome. The music was insane. They're getting better and better, and that's so fucking promising. Fantastic job. So, there you have it. That's my opinion on the music, the video, the lyrics, the message, and that is it. Much more content on the way. Again, if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's start a conversation. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for further perks and to make a song request and make sure that it gets a reaction right away. That's how you do it. So, looking forward to more Occultist, and until next time, much love to the nuclear family, and I will catch you all very soon.